Hello, 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 Cancer, Cancer, Cancers, Cancer Gang. I am back with another late night reading. I wasn't going to do a reading tonight, but I was inspired to do so. And this is a reading, Cancer, a general read, of course, to examine your choice between two lovers. So you got two people that maybe you've been seeing, that you are trying to make a choice. Who should you be with? What direction should you go in? You've got two people to choose from. Your typical crossroads type situation. So we're going to do a read to examine each person and how they see you, what their intentions are for you, what kind of energy will they bring into your life, Cancer. And if you were to choose each one, what would the outcome or what would the relationship be like? Would there be a relationship, So we're going to look at that. And again, this is a general spread, so it is a very specific situation of having two lovers to choose between, but it's still a general reading. So if you find that it is not your story being told here, know that I'll be doing this spread again in the near future. And you should be subscribed so that when that video hits, you are notified and won't miss it. So make sure you subscribe, please. For those of you who this is your first time here, welcome, 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 welcome. And my name is Gigi, and I'll tell you what, I do a majority of reads for Cancers. I have other signs here on my channel that, I do for readings that I do for the other signs of the zodiac. But I have to tell you, nobody shows up and shows out like Cancers. So that is why I feel I should do the majority of the readings on my channel for you Cancers. So I appreciate you Cancers so much in the support that you've given me. I appreciate you Cancers for all of your likes. I appreciate the fact that you just show up for my content, and you do it far, far, far more than any other sign. And that just blows me away. So Cancers, I do not mind at all giving you the guidance that you need and making sure that the majority of my work on this channel is for you. It's a big old Cancer love party over here for my Cancer gang. And that's just how it is. And anybody that doesn't like that, that's really their problem, and it's too bad for them. Anyways, it's not like I don't drop readings for the other signs, because I do. But I just favor my Cancer crew. How about that? All right. Those of you, like I said, that are new joining me here, welcome. And I hope that you'll subscribe and stay and be a part of the Cancer gang, because this is good over here. This is good. And we get down to the nitty gritty. We get down to the readings that give you the information that you need about the topics that you want to hear about. So with that being said, if there is anything that you feel would make the subject of a good reading for our Cancer collective, please go ahead and drop me a comment below and let me know what that is, because I am more than happy to work that out for you. Also, for those of you who have been here before and those of you that are already subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming back, and I appreciate your support. Like I said, Cancers, Y'all know how to show up and show out, and I appreciate every moment of it. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. All right, let's get into this reading, Spirit. So we've got two people, right? So I'm going to have row 1 for person 1 and row 2 for person 2. It'll be very clear here in a moment how I'm going to set that up. So this is going to be person 1 over here on this side. And I'll make sure that you see these cards as I read them. I'll hold them up for you. And this is going to be person 2 over here. Okay? And so let's get down to it. Let me get a few more messages here on the board so that we can get started. All right. So you think clearly in your mind which row you want. This can go, I think, one of two different ways. Think clearly of who you want person 1 and who you want as person 2, or what I'll do is I'll start with some descriptions of the two individuals that I'm talking about, and then you assign person 1 to one side and assign to the second. So when I say person 1, you know who that is. When I say person 2, you know who that is. Simple enough, easy peasy, right? Much easier than I made it just sound a moment ago. All right, so Cancer, person 1, and let me grab my clarification deck here. For person 1, as a description of them and their energy, I have the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. And this person seems to be very guarded in their generosity. And what I mean by that is, yes, they are willing to do things for you, and they are willing to, be giving towards you, Cancer. But at the same time, there's a cautiousness to how much they'll give. And it seems like there are walls or limits, or at least that's the way it appears to you currently. Like there are walls and limits to what this person will do for you. And this person does walk in a very guarded energy, like I was saying, because I do feel in the past they were taken advantage of for being too open and giving, and someone just kind of, used them and ran over them for it, and they got into an unfortunate situation from which it was very hard for them to heal. All right. And so in this connection with you, and any connection that they get into with a potential suitor here, they, like I said, they're giving, but you can feel the caution. You can feel, like the wheels turning, like, should I be giving this much? And at times it comes across so strongly to you, Cancer, that you actually sit and think about it and you take it offensively. Like, you're like, okay, is this person just stingy and doesn't want to invest in the connection with me? Do I need to be concerned that this person will be, not open and giving ever? Like, do I need to have this concern? And Spirit, is really giving me the feel that this is just an overabundance of caution on this person's part. It's not rooted in stinginess. It's more rooted in caution. Okay. So person number 2 is showing up here as the 3 of Wands. And this person seems to be approaching their connection with you very slowly. Like, they're not rushing to, move things along quickly. It's almost like they're meandering. And I see this woman on this card just kind of taking a stroll down the road with her pet rhinoceros. All right. But basically, male or female, this person comes across with this real meandering energy, like that they are in no rush. They're no rush to go from point A to point B with you. It just seems like, all right, is this going to be the longest courtship ever? And are we, what are we doing here? Are we actually dating? Do we mean anything to each other? Like all these types of questions may be running through your mind um, with respect to this person because they just have, and I almost feel like I want to take a nap. Their energy feels so lackadaisical as to how they're approaching this connection with you. All right, so Cancer, that should give you enough of a description on both of these individuals that you should be able to assign person one and person two here. Person one is the one that you are wondering about, the giving, the cautious giver. We'll call person A the cautious giver. Person B is the meanderer. Okay. Those are the nicknames we're going to give them. How about that? All right, so now let's dig into person one, the cautious giver, and take a look at how they are viewing you, Cancer. So with this Six of Swords in reverse, I think that they do pick up on the fact that very strongly, Cancer, that you have been through a lot in relationships. Okay, they see that, but they also kind of view it as far as what's going on between the two of you. They kind of view like you're here and you're not really like you're kind of here without an intention of leaving. So they kind of view that you're around, that you like them, and that, even though you've been through these rough waters in the past, um, for the time being, I mean, Six of Swords isn't a card that you associate with happy, but I will say that they feel like there may be some imbalance within you and your energy because of some of the things you may have been through and how horrific those things were. And they see you taking your time and careful thought and attention when it comes to the connection with them. And they do see the side eye that comes about because of the cautious giving we were talking about here. That's funny how that spirit just pointed that out to me. But they kind of view you as all the moves you make will be very intentional. Okay? Not a bad thing. All right. And then what is their intention? Well, with this Three of Cups in reverse, what I'm seeing here is that they're a steady, their intention is to be a steady partner to you, right? Not to engage you in like obvious bullshit like third party situations, and to be focused on you and to ignore all the other noise that comes in around them in regards to other potential suitors and people who are making themselves known as interested in them, right? And I do see also where if they haven't already made you some type of offer as far as the stability of the relationship is concerned, then I'd say that their intention is to do so. However, I must say that when this offer comes through, I think you're going to question it because it's going to seem to be kind of immature and not in a not in the negative, like immature in a bad way, but just like someone you almost question, like, is this person, like, how many relationships have they had? Because this seems rather awkward and like someone who hasn't maybe had to do this ever, kind of thing. So, and I do feel as if they are probably not as experienced as you in the relationship realm. And I feel like a lot of their connections have been less serious type of relationships. Okay. So that is something that I'm seeing come through very clearly with this Three of Cups in the reverse. All right, let's continue on with person one here before we skip over to person two. Um, Let me pull a couple more messages here. Spirit, what will person one bring to, or yeah, and let me back up for 1 second. When I was talking here about, the whole intention not to have you in a third party to approach things seriously, this, remember, intention is the key word. Intention. They intend not to do those things. However, as we know, intentions and actions can be two different things. I just give that warning because I don't know what we're going to see in the messages that follow, right? But their intentions look honorable at this time, all right? Let's take a look, Spirit, at what person number one, person A, the cautious giver, would actually bring into the life of this Cancer, good or bad. All right, so I have the Eight of Cups in reverse, the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and the Nine of Wands in reverse. And the Emperor did want to jump out. Whoops, that's not the Emperor. Oh, I put him on top here. The Emperor did want to jump out. All right, so what I'm seeing here with the Eight of Cups is, and the Two of Pentacles in the reverse is, um, it's positive in that it's a release from some of those energies that you felt in the past and prior connections of, wanting or getting to a point where you just had to walk away, period, because of someone's really back and forth type behavior and this defensiveness um, that you have learned to put around you because of that. This person and their influence will release you from some of those issues. Wanting to leave, wanting to. It's funny, I pulled more cards here than I even intended. But wanting to release that type of attitude, that type of habit, that type of stance that you tend to take in connections romantically. So this is a good thing in that it's about putting your guard down, which indicates to me that their behaviors, their actions will be consistent with their words, and their actions will be consistent with building something that lasts. All right. And with that Emperor trying to jump out, well, he is Emperor is Big Daddy in the deck, right? So whether the person we're talking about is male or female, it's that Big Daddy energy of taking care of things the way they're supposed to be taken care of. And being caring and loving, not overly emotional. I don't think that this person, Cancer, will ever be a person that's just like overly emotional and showing their emotions all over the place and communicating those emotions all the time. It feels more of a stoic energy here that we're dealing with. So just know that. Um, there'll be a lot going on beneath the surface with them. And of course, talking and having good communication is going to be key, because that's going to keep you in touch with those things that they are leaving unsaid, so that you can feel secure in what this person is bringing to the table. But I feel as if you're going to have some feeling of being secure with it because of your willingness to let go and let down some of your defenses. Still need to have boundaries, as with any relationship. However, because you don't want to get into codependency, but it's a good connection as far as, allowing you to, for once, step out of your shell and be seen for who you are and appreciated for who you are. Beautiful stuff there with person one. Okay, so my battery's been doing weird things, so let me just check and make sure we're still good there. Okay, we're on 11%. Let's jump back over here to person number 2, the meanderer. So as we look at how they view you, we do have the 9 of Cups in reverse, and their intentions show up as the 10 of Pentacles. Is that not the craziest shit ever? Because the 9 of Cups is the wish card, right? So let me pull a clarifier, because I think I know what this is talking about, but I want to make absolutely sure. All right, Cancer. Well, here's what I'll say about person 2. It would seem to me, with this 9 of Cups in reverse here, and I do have Justice in reverse and the 5 of Swords in reverse clarifying it, that you're not their usual type. You're not what they usually go for. You're not who they would normally, if, we're talking about someone pursuing you. If that's the case, you're not who they would normally pursue, or you're not the type of person, and I'm getting more physically, that they're used to, which isn't horrible. It's not a bad thing. It's just saying, if you lined up all their exes against the wall in a lineup, it would be like one of these things is not like the other, and that thing would be you. Like, you're just different. The way you move, the way you look, the way you speak, very different from what they're used to. And I think they've gone back and forth in their mind about that a lot, as far as this connection is concerned. But their intention, and again, I have to tell you, intention, so different from reality a lot of times, sometimes the same, depending on how the person acts on it. But with this 10 of Pentacles, that's an honorable intention. That's an intention of building something long-lasting and legacy building, and working towards the home, the family, something of value that can be passed to future generations. That's like one of the best cards to get in a love reading, which is why it was such a conundrum when it came up with this 9 of Cups in reverse, because I'm like, why is this not wish fulfillment? And it's not that it's not wish fulfillment. It's just, you're something, or you're someone that they didn't know that they wanted. How about that? Thank you, Spirit. Spirit looked out on that. Okay, Cancer. All right. So let me check my battery, because I had a video just completely cut off on me earlier and I couldn't retrieve it, which was devastating. Anyways, let's take a look at what this person, number 2, the meanderer, will actually bring into your life. All right. Well, Cancer, I see some confusion on your part. And getting to a point with this person in this connection where you just want to say, hold it right there, buddy. Okay. I don't think we can go past this point. All right. So, communication wise, I think there's going to be some confusion happening. And when that confusion starts to hit, I think what you're going to do is pull back and put up your guards, Cancer. Okay. You should be defending yourself, right? I think that you're going to try, here her physical eyes are covered. I think you're going to try to go within for answers. You're going to try to be relying on intuition to figure out the things, the events that are going on in front of you with this person. And I think intuition's going to be giving you the no signal, and you are going to stop cold in your tracks. And with him showing up here, or her showing up here with this Emperor in reverse, funny how the Emperor made his way out of the deck. Yeah, this is a controlling type energy. So again, you're not their usual type, and a lot of that might have to do with the fact that they usually go for people that they can control, that they have the upper hand with, and with you they've met their match, and you have the ability to give the meanderer a run for their money, right? And I do think this whole meandering thing is going to be a point of contention for the two of you, right? It's going to cause some heartburn at some point because you're going to become impatient, Cancer. And when you become impatient, that's going to be another reason for you to put up your guards here. The Emperor in reverse, this is a controlling person, male or female, because even though he's the Emperor here in the deck, when I get a specific hit on sex or gender in a reading, I do point that out specifically. But in this case, it's not. It's just the energy of the Emperor in reverse. This is a controlling person. This is a person who's going to be up your ass. Where have you been? What time are you coming back? Who are you going to be with? Blah, blah, blah. Like, it's going to be that kind of thing. Like, oh, where are you? Calling you on FaceTime. Oh, turn around. Let me see what's going on around you. Let me see. Point the camera so I can see. Who's that over there? That kind of bullshit, okay? That's what you're going to experience with this person. And so you're going to have to say to yourself, with the Two of Swords, is this worth this? Because do I just need to just walk away from this? All right, Cancer, my battery is about to go the hell out. So there's going to be a part 2 to this video. Give me a few moments to get plugged in and charged up, and I'll be back online with part 2.